Welcome to the Sweet Science of Fighting Jiu-Jitsu instructional channel. James and Ryan here. Today we're going to cover the Mantis and K-guard together, how they essentially work synonymously. If you go back as well on the channel, we've actually covered the K-guard fully already. I think there's 2 or 3 videos in the back catalog covering K-guard and the various entries from there. So make sure you check those out after this video, and also go down in the description. Sweet Science Fighting Underground is there. All the jiu-jitsu strength conditioning programs, and also Ryan's in the community there to help break down any matches and any techniques you have.
Okay, so this is going to be entering into a Mantis guard. Really, the main difference here is just the grip. Mantis guard is effectively De La Riva position, but I like to show this because you can flow in and out of different positions by just changing your grip. The reason why this is this completely changes things is because it orientates my shoulder down to the ground. So right now, it's not impossible, but it is kind of difficult for me to get this like shoulder bridge, right? It's not that easy because my arm is on the outside and it's straight. But notice once I take this hand and I shoot it through, you can see how now my shoulder is starting to face down. So now it's much easier for me to start spinning around, okay? Question is, how do we get there from De La Riva? Well, we have a free hand. Usually this hand's grabbing and controlling here, but what I like to do is just reinforce the leg that I'm attacking. So I take this hand and I scoot behind the knee, and I do this with a wrist grip. A wrist grip is like an anchor. I'm not grabbing it like with my hands, obviously, with a thumb. It's no thumb, and I'm reaching deep behind the knee pit, and I'm doing a wrist grip. So my wrist, this part of my wrist is actually behind his knee. It's not my hand, okay? So just try to get into the habit of the wrist grip here. Once I have the wrist grip, I can actually release this grip for a moment. This won't last forever, obviously, but I just want to anchor, keep the connection with the leg. Once that happens, I can just simply take the arm, shoot through, and grab my shin. Once I have the shin, this is effectively, we're in a type of Mantis guard. Mantis guard is extremely effective because it's a locked-in position. No matter which direction he goes, he can't pull away. His foot's stuck, right? It's not the end of the world for him, obviously. If I just don't know how to use this position, he could start to crush me and put a lot of pressure on this. But since we kind of understand, if you start to understand De La Riva position, then you pretty much can understand the Mantis guard position. The cross method still applies here. I'm trying to push him this direction. I'm trying to pull, trying to bring him this way. But really what I want to do is make this foot light. If I can make this foot light, then I can get him going this direction. So the way I do that is like what I always do. Remember, I can move left, right. It's very hard for me to move up and down, but I can move my foot left and right. I make a connection, and then I pull everything this direction and kick him away. This gives me a light foot. From here, again, it's your level of experience. You can go into leg entanglements, go into other guards, X guard, go into wrestle ups, and all your other positions are available. So this is going to be your Mantis guard. The great thing about Mantis guard is that it goes very well with K guard. My arm is already where it needs to be, okay? Now, when I go to K guard here, all I simply need to do is let go of the lock, and my leg's going to slide up. And notice where I'm kind of placing my leg here. I'm going heel to the rib. Remember, for leg locks, if you haven't watched some of the leg lock stuff, we talk about leg lock defense. I want my heel connected to the rib, okay? So that way it's much more difficult to obviously heel hook me. Not that he can't do other things, he certainly can. So once I'm here, I'm gonna swing around and just pull myself in here, okay? Now this leg, remember, this leg can go left and right, okay? But I can't bring it up. So there's a bunch of issues here, which we've covered, I think, in K-guard before. I can switch my grip and really start to make connection with the leg and start to pull this leg in. Now remember, if I can't get this leg free, I can simply grab and kick straight. And now this presents a lot of problems because I can swing around and start to go into K-guard positions and start to go into leg attacks. If he's not careful and he holds my leg, I can grab here and then I can really pull him in. And then now he's having to deal with arm bars, possible triangles, and things like this. So there's basically upper body attacks and lower body attacks, okay? So real quick, this is simply just a video to show you how these work together. So I'm in De La Riva position. That's our first guard. Second guard, I switch and I get a wrist grip. That allows me to release the De La Riva grip and shoot through and grab my shin. Once I have the shin, I can go back to the wrist grip and we can start to play around here. Again, my goal is to make this foot light. This foot as light as, and once I get it light, I pull, retract, push, sit up, pull, and I get him to his right. Now I can effectively start to go into attacks. If that's not working for some reason, and I need to go into a K guard, well, I'm already here. Boom. Now I'm in K guard position. Okay? K guard again. We can start to swing around. If he's not letting go of my foot, I can grab behind his arm, pull him in, and start to attack with obviously arm bars, triangles, and things like this. Okay? So, just a quick video to show the difference, or how they all kind of go there. De La Riva, Mantis guard, K guard. They flow very well together.